We're back with our panel, Shira, Jason, and Liz. Is affluenza striking again? Paris Hilton's 20-year-old brother, Conrad, reportedly went on a mid-air tirade on a flight in July, allegedly threatening to kill crew members and calling other passengers peasants. He was charged with interfering with a flight crew and faced up to 20 years in prison. But he just pled guilty to a misdemeanor of assault. The offense carries a maximum sentence of 6 months in jail. But under the deal, prosecutors said they would ask a judge to give him only probation. Jason, is this fair?
No, it's not. And Rev, you're exactly right. This is affluenza. And he's lucky there wasn't some Liam Neeson, Samuel Jackson air marshal there to beat him down when he was having an absolute fit and threatening people and cussing at people one way or another. This is not only a danger to the people on the plane, but it sets a horrible precedent. He apparently bragged to people that he's been kicked off several other airlines for this kind of behavior. He needs to suffer the consequences of his behavior, just like anybody else who endangers a flight and everyone else on it.
Shira?
Yeah, I think this is very sad, right? It's sad because he's obviously gotten a pretty weak punishment for it. It's also sad that a guy with so many means cannot find what obviously he needs as help, right? So I'm not a shrink, but it seems like he has some psychological issues going on, and it's sad. He needs help, and he put a lot of people's lives in danger in the process.
Liz?
I mean, I was reading what he said, you know, calling passengers peasants, and yeah, saying like, my father is gonna, you know, fire all of you.
Right.
It really read like a script of like a parody of a rich brat who's on a plane and who no one can stand. And I know a lot of people are asking for zones for just children and babies in airplanes. I think there should be a zone just for spoiled rich brats, or the Hiltons for that matter.
All right, let's
Can't
move
they take
on.
their own planes by
Is
now?
change coming to the $20 bill? A new campaign is asking people to vote to take President Andrew Jackson off the $20 bill and replace him with a woman. Among the 15 candidates are women's rights activist Susan B. Anthony, anti-slavery hero Harriet Tubman, and civil rights icon Rosa Parks. Shira, is it time to finally put a woman on an American bill?
This would be an awesome change, Rev. It really would be. First of all, Andrew Jackson, not exactly a great president, right? He just, you know, he didn't even support the idea of a paper currency to begin with. He preferred silver and gold. So I don't think he'd even enjoy the fact that he was on a paper bill. Okay, that aside, there are so many wonderful people in the history of our country who we could put on the bill instead, including an African-American woman. I personally think the first African-American woman elected to Congress, Shirley Chisholm, would be an excellent choice and be an inspiration to a lot of young women who might run for office someday.
And ran for president in '72. I was one of her youth directors. I knew Shirley Chisholm. Jason?
Yeah, I think it would be great. I think the bill that I want to see is Sojourner Truth on one side, Eleanor Roosevelt on the other. I think these are two of the most amazing women in American history. There's a precedent for having more than one person on the bill, and we need to do this now before paper money is put out of circulation.
Liz, real quick, give me yours.
I mean, you already know who I'm going to say. Beyonce, obviously. I agree with Shira. I mean, we should have an African-American woman on the bill, and it should be Beyonce.
All right, I got to go. We, Shira, Jason, and Liz, get your Beyonce on while we go to break. Thank you for your time tonight.